Unhealthy eating habits have contributed to a lot of health problems epidemic today. Health problems like diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, arthritis, cancer, health disease, and so on. The good news is, if you can control what goes into your mouth and your body, you will live your best. For what you put into your mouth determines how well or sick you live. You and I know that poor diet is associated with major health risks that causes illness and even death. So, by making smart food choices today can help you protect yourself from all these health problems. Our integrative nutrition health specialist, Miss Betty Olayinka Folani Akinlosotu, aka Bufa, wants to see you living your best without any health issues. She made this known in her program showing every Sunday on Healthy Living with Bofa TV. She tells us how our food choice affects our health and how we feel today, tomorrow, and in the future. If you are opting for optimal health, from fighting free radicals to living your way into a healthy and beautiful body, here are some things you must do. Eat a nutritious, healthy, balanced diet every day. Practice your daily exercise and take your supplements, especially vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, and chlorophyll to boost your immune system against free radicals that cause cancer and other diseases. Join us on this program every Sunday, 1:30 p.m. US time, 7:30 p.m. African time, and 6:30 p.m. United Kingdom time, where she educates on health and nutrition as well as features professionals from various fields to sensitize you on wellness. See you there.
Wow. Hello, beautiful people. Happy Mother's Day to all Nigerian mothers in the world. It is a beautiful day. The day the Lord Almighty God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This week, my goodness, this week it's all about foods on our plate. What do you have on your plate? Are they healthy or unhealthy? What type of food reaction do you get from the food you eat daily. The study shows that about a quarter of the population, about 25% of population, will have an adverse reaction to food during their lifetime, especially during infancy and early childhood, and of which food allergy is just one type. Now, solutions to some of these health problems is one of the objectives of initiating this program in order to educate and sensitize ourselves on how to live our way into healthy and beautiful body. Not only that, also for everyone coming on and watching this program maybe later to live well in all areas of lives. This is the reason we bring to you an interview with experts segment today, a beautiful and hardworking woman, an urban farmer from here in the United States, who also happens to be a registered nurse. I'm sure you can't wait to see this beautiful face, who is doing wonderfully in the United States of America. A woman who has been bringing food, natural food, to our table. But before we get started, I'd like to say this. Thank you so much, all our viewers that have been joining us, streaming with us every Sunday. I just have to do this because I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I'm so honored for you to join me every Sunday on the program. God bless you all. I'm Betty Olayinka Folani Akinosotu, aka Bofa. Right now is our health corner. And when we return, is the time, the moment we've been waiting for, which is interview with experts. But right now, let's quickly go on a break to our health corner.
Hello, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Living Healthy with Bofa channel. Last week, we discussed depression, and it was a heavy reminder for us to check on those around us and those we see every day. This week, our topic is food allergies. Now, let's jump right into it. What is a food allergy? Before we can have a better understanding of what food allergy is, we must first know that the difference between food intolerance and allergy is because they both often link and frequently confused with food symptoms. Next, the diagnosis of food allergies may be problematic because of non-allergic food reaction, such as food intolerances. Lastly, let's first understand the difference between the two conditions in food allergy and food intolerance. Understanding food allergy and intolerance. Now let's deep dive. First, a food intolerance is a body's digestive system response to a disagreeable food, while food allergies consist of immune system response to a disagreeable food. Next, therefore, food allergy is an immune system reaction that occurs soon after eating a certain food. Even a tiny amount of the allergy causing trigger signs and symptoms such as digestive problems, hives, and swollen airways. Types of food allergies. These are some foods or proteins or other things that you can be allergic to, such as first, corn allergy. Secondly, egg allergy. Third, fish allergy. Fourth, meat allergy. 5, milk allergy. 6, peanut allergy, which is very common these days. 7, shellfish allergy, which is also very common. Eighth, soy allergy. Now let's look at our symptoms. Symptoms and the effects of eating things that you are allergic to. Number 1, tingling or itching in the mouth, which can be very painful. 2, a raised itchy redness rash called hives. In some cases, the skin can turn red and itchy, but with a raised rash. 3, swelling of the face or mouth, throat, or other areas of the body. This can make it very hard to breathe or for blood to flow. 4, difficulty swallowing. You can choke or have any other problems regarding your throat. 5, wheezing or shortness of breath. It may be very hard or you'll have distilled breathing. 6, feeling dizzy or lightheaded. These behaviors might cause you to faint. Treatment for food allergies are the following. First, the best way to cope with food allergy is to avoid the food that cause a mild reaction. Mild reactions often go away without treatment. Carefully check ingredients when you eat it. That is why it's very important to be cautious. Next, if you do consume an allergen, then antihistamine drugs treat mild reactions. A severe reaction needs injection of the drug endorphin and emergency room care. Please, if you have allergic reaction that is very heightened or very dangerous and could be life-threatening, please make sure you go to the emergency room or receive responsive care. Lastly, however, fortunately, there are natural food allergy treatments and supplements that can help boost the immune system and enhance the gut microbiome, helping to reduce the development of food allergy and symptoms. Now let's look at our key takeaways. Number 1, allergy is when the body senses the protein in a particular food may be harmful and triggers an immune system response, producing histamine to protect itself. 2, take note that some of food proteins can cause allergies. Most times symptoms can be life-threatening. 3, there's no cure for allergies. The condition can only be managed by the allergen avoidance or treatment of food allergy symptoms. 4, stop and initiate food allergy treatment immediately if you begin experiencing symptoms while or after eating a food. And if symptoms progress, go to the nearest emergency room. That is all that we have for today. Remember, I love you, God love you, and love yourself. Make sure that we check the ingredients and things that we are allergic to in order to help us live a healthy and safer life. Bye. See you next.
Wow. Welcome back to Interview with Expert, the moment we've been all waiting for. My goodness, I guess it's right on time. It's going to be really, really educating. It's going to be wow today. But before I introduce our guest on the program today, let me deliver the message from our last guest, Miss Aralola Olamuyiwa Ara. She asked me to tell you, the viewers, all our fans, and she wants to say a special thanks to you for watching Oshunfunke Part 1. Guess what? Part 2 is out. Just go on Yoruba Hood on YouTube and watch it. You will learn so much. You will love the movie. So interesting and beautiful movie to watch. Trust me, you can't waste your time on that. Thank you all. This is the time, the moment I am waiting for, and I'm pretty sure you're all waiting for this moment as well. Today, we have on the program Miss Akuna Ikocha from Maryland, Washington, D.C. Miss Ikocha is a registered nurse and urban farmer. She is an urban farmer because she plants, cultivates, processes, and distributes her farm produce in and around metro areas and other states in the United States. Miss Ikocha had her first degree, Bachelor of Science in Accounting from University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. She relocated to United States where she had a second bachelor degree in nursing from Chamberlain University, Illinois, United States. Miss Akuna Ikocha works in one of the best hospitals in Maryland, here in the US. Let us welcome on the program today, Miss Akuna Ikocha. Hello, beautiful face. My goodness, you look so adorable, so beautiful. My goodness, can you unmute yourself? I'm trying to do that from here, but I couldn't.
I'm sorry about that.
Wow, that's the face. That's the face I've been hiding from you guys. You can't believe it. Please, viewers, she's at work right now.
Yes.
If we have time to come on the show from work, you see how beautiful that soul is. So today, we're going to start from your career. I mean, personal question from your career. We're going to have question on health, of course. That's your field. We are having question on agriculture as well. Am I permitted to proceed?
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's start from your career. Tell us, you are a nurse, and again, you are planting, you're cultivating, you're distributing produce. How did all that started? Why that into your nursing profession? Go ahead and tell us.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Akuna Itocha. I'm an RN, DSN, and I'm also an urban farmer. Just like Bofa mentioned, I went into farming because of nutrition. She's a nutrition specialist, and she knows how we in the healthcare field are always about good nutrition. So I went into farming because I wanted to get the right nutrition I want from my vegetables. So I started little by planting some of the vegetables that I can see around here, like the lettuce, cabbage, and all that. Then my desire to eat our African vegetables kept on increasing, So when the last time I went to Nigeria, I got some of the seeds and then started planting our African vegetables. And some of my friends, when they come to my garden and see how fresh and beautiful these vegetables are, they were kind of interested in getting some of those fresh vegetables. So from that, when they get the fresh vegetables from my place and take it home, their friends also or their family members also see this fresh vegetable in their home. They're like, where did you get that? And they said, oh, I got it from so and so person. So from that, people started, asking me, oh, you don't mind growing it in a larger quantity so that people can, buy from you? I'm like, that's a good idea. And I have the time. I'm like, okay, it's something I can do. So that's how I started the urban farming in a bigger place.
When actually did you started this farming? Is it right after your nursing program or few months or few years ago?
Few years ago. But I've been a nurse for over 8 years, but I've been growing privately for myself for the past, maybe say 6 years, right? Then I just started selling them like 2-3 years ago. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
I was
That's
growing for my
amazing.
I was growing for myself,
Hmm.
then I turned it into a business.
Wow, that's amazing. Trust me, it's amazing because you I've seen many people that want to have second job. They're doing 9 to 5, 8 to 4, and some of them still want to do something on the side. They can be bringing income for them. I've seen a lot of people getting involved in so many career as aside their, the main professions they have, and you're not exceptional. Now, how does this farming business affect or impact your nursing career? Is there any impact, or does it really affect your nursing career?
Not at all. Not
Hmm.
at all. I believe in having passion for what you're doing. I have passion for nursing and I have passion for farming.
Hmm.
So it's like I'm getting the best of the both worlds, you
Hmm.
know? So the farming is not affecting the nursing and the nursing is not affecting the farming.
Hmm.
So I do that in my nursing career. I only work like 3 days a week. So I
Hmm.
have 4 days a week to myself. So that I dedicate on my farm and other things.
Wow.
So yes, so I have
That
enough time to do this and I have enough time to do the other one.
that's very smart. It's a smart decisions, smart calculation, smart, everything is smart for you. And I'm so happy for you. Now, I'm sure there must be challenges, obstacles, and difficulties you came across in this journey, both your nursing career and this family. Can you share with us what is the biggest challenge you
Okay,
face?
so I'm gonna go to each of them. For my nursing, the only challenge um, I went through is going through the nursing school. That's where you have the biggest, challenges. It's a very tough career path, but once you are done, it's a very beautiful, lovely career.
Wow.
Okay, so the only challenges was going to the nursing school.
Hmm.
Aside from that, the job is good. Then when it comes to farming, um, capital is one of the biggest challenges, especially the kind of vegetable I grow right now for the business purpose, right? I
Mm-hmm.
grow one of the main Nigerian vegetable, the ugu, fruited pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
So getting the seed is very, very challenging.
Wow.
Yes, that is very, very challenging to get the seed. And
That's
most
for the
times,
pumpkin seed, right?
yeah, for the pumpkin, yeah, but for every other seed is fine. You can just source for it locally.
Mm-hmm.
You can source for it locally because they are tiny seeds. But the pumpkin, which is my biggest of all, my produce, that's the only place I have challenges right now
Mm-hmm.
getting it from Nigeria because most times when you when people get it from Nigeria, they sell it to me and I buy it on a higher price because
Wow.
I buy in large quantity because I plant in large quantity to sell. So that's the only challenge I have from that particular
Does that
um
mean, I'm
produce.
sorry to cut you short. Does that mean you can see the pumpkin seed here in the US?
It's it's very difficult to find because it's a very sensitive plant and it's highly tropical.
Hmm.
So what I mean by being highly tropical is that it starts producing its fruit around November, December, January.
Mm-hmm.
And in America, November, December, January, we don't have any sun.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
So so that's why it's kind of difficult to grow with to the point where it starts producing fruit. But if you have a greenhouse, you can do that. I'm sure you can. I have not tried, building a specific greenhouse for the pumpkin. I'm sure if I have not really seen anybody who have done that here.
What if you buy this pumpkins thing? You know, when they're doing the Halloween, you see pumpkins all over US. It's like a big celebration for some, except Nigerians. Now, is it possible to be getting it at that time, even though it's not the time to plant and get the seed and preserve them? Oh, okay.
The thing is that the fruited pumpkin we eat back home is from Nigeria is different from the pumpkin they have here. So
Oh,
they do not grow that species here. No.
I see.
So it's different. And not like I said, it's a very sensitive plant. You have to plant it fresh.
Oh, I got
Unlike every other seed, you can plant them dry.
good.
So
All
it
right, I
must
got
be
you.
planted fresh.
Now, can you tell us what are the produce do you have in your farm? Give us the
Okay.
list.
Okay. So I have like I said, the ugu, the fluted pumpkin. I
Mhm.
have water leaves. I have jute leaf. That's the ewedu.
Ewedu.
Yes, I have jute leaf. I have callaloo, which is we call it green, right?
Okay.
I have
Which
callaloo.
one is water leaves?
Water leaf, yeah. I have water leaf too. I have lettuce. I have pepper. I have tomatoes. I have sweet potatoes. I have a bunch of them. A
So
whole lot.
basically, Akuna, just hold on. So if I come to your house today, I don't need to bring anything than chicken or fish. The rest you have. Oh my goodness.
That's it.
That is so beautiful. If I need to visit your farm, trust me, I need to come because that's my favorite food, vegetables and food. And that's why you see me skinny like this. And I'm okay with that. Some people don't like it, but some like it. Trust me. I love vegetables. I love fruit. So you have all that. So I'm going to be your guest anytime from now. Just
you are welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. Now, the question is, I want to start that business, this farming. For those of you watching us right now, and you also want to get involved in this type of business, maybe you want to start from your garden, you have a big farm that you inherited a farm, a plot of land you want to do. If I want to start, what are the processing? How do I start? What do I need? The requirement. Do I need to go to college for that? Do I need huge money amount capital to start? Do I need to have techniques to start this of yours? That particular, we have different type of farming, right? So this one, we want to focus on this, farming vegetables. So what do I need to have? What are the requirements?
Okay. As long as if you have a space where you can start, that's the basic thing you need, a space, a farmland where you can start. Once you have a farmland, the rest you can take care of. Like I said, you can source for your seeds locally. Like I do sell the water leaf seeds, and they're not expensive. With for instance, a $10 water leaf worth of water leaf seeds, you can have a big farm of water leaves that can be earning you nothing less than $250 every week.
Wow.
Every week. Minimum, I'm just saying. Minimum. Just for one.
Yes.
Yeah. Just for one $10 pack of water leaf.
Wow.
So if you have more than that, so that means
you're
gonna make more money.
That's a big income for you.
Income. And water leaf is one of the low maintenance plants.
Wow.
Very low maintenance. All you have to do is just sprinkle the seed on a tilled soil and leave it.
That's it.
Whenever it rains, you have bounty harvest, and you harvest and sell. So one other thing I forgot to mention about this whole farming business is when I started selling to my friends and I have like excess harvest, I do go to African stores and I tell them, oh, I have some water leaves. If you need anybody to supply to you, I have, some. They're like, oh, okay, I would like something like that. So I went to few different African stores
African
around me
stores.
and I contacted them. So I supplied to them and they
Wow,
sell to people.
that's smart.
Yeah. So it's one of the plants that do not require a lot of capital, but it
Mhm.
yields more profit.
Profit. Wow. Wow. So all I need is to have a space
Okay.
and make sure I get the right seed to plant.
Exactly.
And what other thing? Be able to know when to plant and when to
Yes,
harvest. And
exactly.
also to know how to distribute your produce.
Produce. You have to tell people,
Excellent.
yes. You have to
Excellent.
tell people. Like when you go to church or wedding, any gatherings,
Mhm.
you just talk to people. Hi, do you eat so and so? Like when you see people talking, you're like, okay, I know this person is a Nigerian.
Mhm.
Nigerians, Cameroonians, they eat water leaves. So I do not sell to only Nigerians. I sell to Nigerians, Cameroonians, Canadians. So they eat water leaves. So it's a big market, right?
Wow.
So
Wow.
when I go out and see people in maybe in a party, in a wedding, I'm like, oh, hi. So I go there, introduce myself to them. I'm like, oh, I'm a farmer. I sell produce. These are the kind of produce I have. If you
Mhm.
are interested, this is my number. That is
Wow.
how, yes.
That's a
And they
beautiful,
call
that's a
me.
beautiful way to market
Market,
your product.
yes. You
Wow.
start locally. So right now I don't advertise anymore because all my local customers advertise for me. Because
Wow. Yes, I
when
see.
they buy from me,
Mhm.
they have WhatsApp or have Facebook,
Mhm.
FaceTime, and all that. So they show this to their family who do not even live locally,
Mhm.
and the family now order from me because I ship everywhere within the US.
Wow.
So that
I
is
see.
how it keeps going.
And where do if you want to order right now, can you tell us the website to go to order? Because we don't live where you are.
Right.
And, we want to order, we want to enjoy, we want to have fresh vegetables. Can you tell us where we can get some of your produce?
Produce. Yes. Right now I have an Etsy website where I sell my produce
Mm-hmm.
because my kind of business is seasonal, right? What I have right now is water leaves because I grow water leaves all the year round.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an Etsy website where I sell my produce. Anybody who is interested can be visiting my store on Etsy
Mm-hmm.
to get the
With
updates. Because
order.
during the summer, that's when I get I call it the hot cake because that ugu is the hot cake.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is in
So
summer, right?
in summer, yes, that one only becomes available in summer because like I said, it's a very sensitive
Mm-hmm.
plant, highly tropical.
Mm-hmm.
So, but right now I have water leaf. I have scent leaf. I didn't mention that.
Scent leaf.
Scent leaf, the one they use for pepper soup and
Yes.
all
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Yeah.
I have those on my shop on Etsy online, so people can
Mm-hmm.
go online and purchase.
Okay, viewers, the website is www.etsy.com. That is ETSY.com. That's where you can find some of our products. Right now, you can order, you get it right at your doorstep. You don't need to go
Yeah,
to post office or you don't need to
yeah,
go to
and
any place
ship.
to pick it up. They ship right to your doorstep. You get it. Eat vegetables, eat fruit. These are the food your body need. Now, moving on, you can also get it from and some of our produce are posted on Instagram. You can
Yeah,
contact her on Instagram, and the Instagram
page.
page is African Veggies USA. African Veggies USA. That's our Instagram, page. You can visit her there, pick anything you want, send a message. She will, ship it to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this section on your career as a personal question. Now we're moving down to agriculture, which is farming you do. We want to round it up here and in the US, right?
Okay.
And one of the reasons we featured professionals from various and different career is to empower others, especially the youth who are struggling with career choices. So we always encourage them through our guests, achievement, experience, inspiration, and so on to discover their own gifts, their talents, the potentials in them. We don't want them to be sitting 24 hours waiting for somebody to give them money or waiting for the government to provide job for them. So we want them to make use of themselves, looking for something around them to do. And that's one of the reasons we bring guests on the program today. And you are one of them. So going to agriculture section, I want you to tell us, what does it take to start this if you are not in the, if you are in the US, some have their garden back there. Can we just start producing from our backyard? If yes, how do we start? Do we need to get certain things to begin? Because we want to look at the way farming is done compared to Nigeria. I know some of our people in Nigeria are doing garden farming, but here in the US, and I'm sure you're also using your garden right there at the back of your house, if I'm not mistaken. So
Oh, you're
can
right.
we go ahead? Go ahead.
I think you're right. You're right.
Okay. So can we do the same thing? Just tell us briefly how Nigerian farming is different from US farming. We want to compare, we want to see the difference. If we can, it's something that we can just say, oh, let me start it. It's so simple here in the US. Nigeria, I need a big plot of land. Even though the government is not going to help me, let me just get a small portion of land and start doing it. Let's do the comparison. What
Okay.
is the difference between the Nigerian farming and US farming? I mean, looking at the way you started.
Okay. Thank you. So both sides of the world, I think the main thing is determination. What do you want to do? Are you determined to do that? That's the most important thing. I was watching a video on Instagram about a young lady. I'm just going to tell a brief story, okay, to encourage somebody. A young lady in Nigeria. She said she was working at a place and they were paying her 50,000 naira monthly, right? So, but she has a farm. They have an empty land somewhere. There is nothing
On it.
going on there, right? So she said she saved her 2 months salary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hired somebody to clear the ground, the farmland for her,
Mm-hmm.
and it cost her about 20,000 to do that, right?
Yeah.
Then she bought seeds, the same ugu that I'm talking about. She planted only ugu on that farmland. Just like I think she said she had like about 3 plots of
Mm-hmm.
empty land that nothing was happening in that land.
Mm-hmm.
So she hired people, paid them 20,000 to clear the land and
Right.
till the land for her. Then she bought the ugu seed worth of 5,000 naira, to plant on the land. It's cheaper over there, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
she hired laborer that served her for 2 weeks to till and plant the seed,
Mm-hmm.
right? So at the end of the day, everything cost her about 70,000 naira to
Wow.
set up the ugu farm,
Fun.
right? So she was monitoring the whole progress of that farm. During the harvest, she sold ugu worth of 600,000
Awesome.
naira
My God.
from that land.
Wow. Wow.
First harvest,
Wow.
her first harvest. I, I was just looking, I'm like, this is determination.
Yes.
She left her job because she wasn't getting enough from that. But
Mhm.
in one sale, look at her, one harvest, look at how much money she made.
Hmm.
Because before she did her harvest, she went to the market and contacted all the local market women and said, oh, I have this farm. I'm about to harvest my produce. If you're
Mhm.
interested, you can come and buy, you know? So somebody who is determined to do something, you
Mhm.
don't have to look for how to do it. You just
That's
go, you
true.
do it. Believe in it and do it. The
That's true.
same thing I did right here in America. A lot of us, especially if you live in America and you have a huge backyard, it is just sitting there waiting and you are paying so much tax on your land. That is how America charge you. They charge you based on the square feet of
Mhm.
your land, you know? So you have this huge land behind your house and it's just there waiting. So what did I do? I cleared my backyard. I have, enough space for my kids to walk around and, play.
Mhm.
Then the rest of it, I converted it into my farm. I used all those small fence, wooden fence
Okay.
to create a barrier from the playground to where I planted my vegetables. So
Vegetables.
like I said, I started with water leaves. That was the main one that I had a lot of it. So I started with water leaves and I was making a lot of money every week from that. So when I was supplying the African stores with the water leaves, sometimes as I'm about to drop the um, the water leaf at the African store, I
Mhm.
will see some Africans, they'll be like, oh, do you have this vegetable? I would like to buy from you direct. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't have it. Maybe next year I'm going to look into it. So that was how I started adding different vegetables. Like I started planting the jute leaf. But some people will ask me, oh, do you have jute leaf? I'm like, oh, no, I don't have it. The next year I'll add it. So that's how I started.
Wow.
That,
Wow.
that, that, that's how I started.
So the difference between planting in the US and in Nigeria is basically the size
Yeah,
of
the size.
the land, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
only the difference. Wow, wow.
That's
Then
that's the
another
main
thing
difference.
is you don't require huge capital before you can start. All you
No,
need is uh, um, determination, like you said.
it's the
And
determination.
yes, you're right. You're right. Let me read to you what people are saying on YouTube right now. People that are
Okay.
connected to us, our viewers. I have me. The question is coming from Mrs. Richie Okpeyemi, and at this time I have to say thank you to Mrs. Richie Okpeyemi. She is the one that connected us to our guest on the show today, and she also joining us today. And our question is, how can we get ewedu and hugu for this summer in New York? I think you've answered that. You said that you ship, and she's shipped to every doorstep. So if you want to have yours in summer, once the produce is out, she's gonna post them on the website and you can click and order, or you can also call her if you have a contact number and place your order. She will ship it right to you. That is in summer. And moving on, we have people saying good evening. Mr. Ayodele Do, Mrs. Titilayo is saying Happy Mother's Day to all mothers. And she says she really enjoy you. And thank you, ma'am. And we have our father, Professor Sabitu Ariola Goki. He is saying good evening, all. And everybody is saying, well done, God bless you. Let's now go to our favorite section. This section we're about to jump into happens to be my favorite. And why did I say that? Apart from this profession being my heart and soul, is the key reason why we are all alive. We all believe that. There's no doubt about it. So it is also a section we design to know if our guests really understand or know the impact of their career on our well-being. So when I say that, I mean the importance of well-being and staying healthy. If our guests really understand that, and many of them don't really know that their profession, their career also have impact, positive impact on our body system, on our well-being. So this is the reason why this section is very special to me. And I believe it is to you all, our viewers as well. So this is health and wellness section. And that's where we're going to be talking about health. We're going to be talking about nutrition, the importance of nutrition in our body system. Do we have to eat it? Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to do that? So that is the section we're about to jump into right now. So I want you to tell us, as a nurse, you are in this healthcare, system. You know how it works. In fact, you're one of the frontline nurses battling fighting COVID-19 in the United States, right?
Yes.
And we want to first say thank you for being there, for being the voice, for being the healthcare givers, for being so generous to be in the front and taking care of all this this mess caused by this pandemic. So as a nurse, I want you to tell the world the health benefit of natural food like the one you grow, especially this time of global public health crisis, COVID-19 pandemic. What is the health benefit? I mean, as in general, what are the health benefits of the natural food we eat?
Okay, thank you. So, one of the most important benefits of the natural food we eat is that it is low in processed sugar, low in sugar, which is one of the nutritional problems that most people have eating processed food.
Mhm.
Most of the problems people have is as a result of that. That is the root cause of most of our problems. When you see people come to the hospital for one sickness or the other, when you look at it, you will see that processed sugar and
Mm.
most processed food is what is contributing to the problems, health problems that we have most times. Because when you eat natural foods that are
Mhm.
not processed,
Mhm.
it reduces the inflammation process that your body goes through in trying to get rid of
Mhm.
those processed foods. When you eat natural food, you don't have your body don't have to go through all those inflammatory,
Mhm.
process. So we always encourage people to eat food in their natural state because that is when you get the most nutrients out of it.
Yes. Mhm.
And especially with this pandemic, we are encouraging people to eat food that will help them boost their immune
Immune
system
system.
because your immune system determines how you're going to survive the
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 pandemic.
the virus.
Mhm.
If you have a very strong immune system, some people had this virus, but they did not have any kind of sickness because they had very strong immune system that was able to fight the
To
virus.
fight it.
Some had weakened immune system, so they were able to fight it a little bit, but they struggled. But those whose immune system are already dead, they
Mm.
were the ones who struggled most with this, with the virus, because their immune system is already very, very weak. That's why they put people who have pre-existing conditions
Conditions.
as high risk. Because if you have a pre-existing condition, that means your immune system is already, almost gone.
Compromise. Mhm.
Yeah. So we encourage people to eat food in their natural state just to help them boost their immune. system so that they can fight off disease. Even if
Wow.
it's not COVID, there are so many, diseases that we get exposed to on daily basis. But if you
Mhm.
have some immune system, it helps you to fight diseases off.
Wow, that's true. I tell people that what you eat is what you are.
Yeah.
Whatever goes into this mouth is what will make us survive or what will kill us. So I keep telling people on the program every week that watch what you eat. It must be low in sugar, low in salt. You just have to do this. You just have to not too much of carbohydrate, although you need carbohydrate in your body because it's an energy food. But at the same time, you need the healthy carbohydrate.
Hydrate.
That's what you need. Every component of this nutrient we need in our body system. But how do we combine them? How do we balance our diet? That's what people are struggling with. People will tell people don't eat eba. That's Gary. You can eat eba. It depends on your immune system. It depends on the health conditions you have. I'm not. I travel home all the time to lecture to teach people on wellness, especially on nutrition. And I said to them, I'm not here to tell you to stop eating what you are eating, but I'm here to tell you how to balance your diet. You can eat eba. So what do you combine with that? Because eba is an energy food, of course. But how is your immune system? Do you have any health conditions that will prevent you from eating that? Because eba is high in carbohydrate. And if you have any problem that will not allow you to eat that, then you're not going to eat it. But if you don't, you can eat eba and combine it with a lot of vegetable protein and vitamins. You go to go. But inability to know how to combine, to put together our diets on a plate is the problem we have in the world today. And like you said, natural food is the best way to go. There's no other way because all the food out there, they are processed, they are refined, chemicalized, and these are the things that is damaging our body system. So you and I are on the program today to educate and as well sensitize people on to be very, very careful on what goes on their in their mouth. That is very important. Now we are hearing here and there. Many people have called me that Bofa, should we take vaccine or should we not? I'm like, really? You want to know if you should take vaccine or not. Now, let's look at it in this way. Vaccine, don't let us look at COVID-19 vaccine. Let's look at other vaccine we have been taking before today. We have rubella, we have chickenpox, we have flu shot, we have what is it called in Nigeria? I think it's yellow something, yellow fever something. We have as much as, in fact, there's some vaccine you must take. When I was coming to the US, we came by visa lottery, and you have to take this shot, you have to take that shot vaccine before you can be granted that visa. I remember that. So if we can be taking vaccine till now and our children are still getting it, based on their ages, what stops us from taking this flu shot? I mean, this particular COVID-19. So I want you to tell us, as a nurse in this profession and this front line, saving life, tell us, should we or should we not take it? If we should take it, tell us the reason why we must take it and when to take it. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm just gonna say right here that I have gotten my 2 doses,
Wow,
okay, of the vaccine shot. So I'm good to go because we have to live by example, right?
that's true.
So um I used to work as a I'm just this is just for me to give an example, right? I used to work
Mhm.
as a flight attendant before I came to the US. And one thing we tell our passengers, if we are in a turbulence or if we're having any emergency and the oxygen mask drops down,
Mhm.
you need to protect yourself, help yourself, and be alive
Mhm.
before you can help anybody.
That's
So
true.
that's how I'm taking this vaccine also. You have to be alive before you save somebody, right?
That's
So
true.
if I know that this is good for me, this is gonna help me to battle this pandemic,
Hmm.
then I'm gonna take it. Be in the right state of health to be able to help others. So, like you just mentioned that we have been taking a bunch of vaccines since we are born. We do not know what is in those vaccines, but one thing I'm gonna tell you that is that COVID is COVID virus is deadly and it's brutal.
Hmm.
It's really, unless you have worked in healthcare and see people die like chicken and there is nothing you can do about it,
Hmm.
when you see this vaccine, you're gonna take it because you don't want to die like a chicken. Because I feel so bad coming to work and bagging, putting a young man, a young woman in a bag that just died from COVID. You know, we have seen it all. Mentally, emotionally, it has been so draining. And it hurts so bad that people outside don't understand the impact of this virus on us.
Hmm.
So if we have something that is gonna help us get rid of it, do it.
Why not taking it?
Why not take it? We don't have the cases of chickenpox and measles just because people start taking these vaccines as soon as they are born. To start protecting them before they are even old enough to get exposed to the disease. That is how you eradicate a pandemic. You have to bring in a vaccine. There is what I'm going to tell you right here is there is no conspiracy anything. Nobody, because a lot of people have this misconception that there is a conspiracy about the vaccine, that this government has some chips in it and all that. I
Hmm.
still have my 10 fingers, so I have not grown any extra fingers from getting the vaccine. I'm still okay, shining. Nothing has happened to me. I don't even have a pimple or anything. So that's outside the the whole situation. But whenever you get the chance to get the vaccine,
Hmm.
take it. Take it because you never know. That is the one thing with COVID virus. You never know how your body is going to react to it. Even as nurses, a whole lot of us got infected, with the virus. Some of us survived it, some died. So
Hmm.
it pains you so much to come to work and you realize that your colleague just passed
It's gone.
from from the virus. So most of us have taken this vaccine, even those who have survived the COVID disease, they also got the vaccine because the vaccine is a booster. If you had the virus, if you had the disease and you survived, you have something we call herd immunity, right? But
Hmm.
your herd immunity is not even enough for you. So if you get the vaccine, it boosts whatever you already the herd immunity you already have. The vaccine helps you to boost it so that when you come across the virus, you might not have severe symptoms. That doesn't mean that if you're exposed to COVID, you can get it, but you will not exhibit any kind of symptoms because
Okay.
your body is already programmed when it sees the virus on your body to attack it
Hmm.
and take care of it. That's what the vaccine does. The vaccine is not going to alter your DNA. No, it does not do that. That's not what vaccine does.
Hmm.
That's the misconception that is going around that it alters people's DNA. Do not listen to all these controversies going around. If you don't feel right about it, pray. Ask God to direct you that you want to do the right thing.
Hmm.
You know, pray about it. For me, I have taken it, so I
So
encourage.
now you're telling us that we have two doses. First one, how soon can we get the second one? Do we take
Oh,
the first one and right away the next week or next day we get the second one? How does it work?
okay. Um, there are like in the US right now, we have three kinds of vaccines available. Two of them require two doses. The Pfizer and the Moderna requires two doses. The third one that just came out is the Johnson and Johnson.
Okay.
That one requires only one dose. One dose is good enough to protect you,
Okay.
right? So, but if you are getting the two doses vaccine, either the Pfizer or the Moderna,
Mm-hmm.
when you get the first shot, you have to wait 3 weeks before you get the second shot.
Second shot.
So I'm just gonna give myself as an example. When I got the first shot, I did not have any kind of symptom at all. The only symptom I had was the injection site was a little bit sore.
Just
So
like the way it does to other shots.
yes, exactly. When I get the flu vaccine every year, I feel the same soreness. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing. I took Tylenol, it went away. The second shot, the same thing. I just had the soreness, and I took Tylenol, it went away. So now I am free. I can, take care of patient without being afraid because trust me, we are afraid of coming to work, but we have to show up
Yeah, but
every day.
you still need to wear your mask
Oh
and
yeah,
observe the precautions, even though you
yes,
have your vaccine. You still need
yes.
to. Oh, okay,
You
good.
still
So if I take Johnson and Johnson, dose, I don't need to take it twice. It's just one
no,
dose.
it's one dose.
Okay.
Yes,
It's Pfizer that I need to take twice if I take. Depends on the type the company
yes,
that you, okay. Good.
exactly.
Oh, viewers, you just heard from our guest right now, educating us on vaccine. If you have not taken your vaccine, please do so. Take it. And when you are taking your vaccine, pay attention to the type of vaccine they are giving you. Anyway, they're going to tell you the type of vaccine you are taking. No healthcare officer will give you any shot without giving you information about what they are giving you. That is America for you. You can't just go to the clinic or hospital and get punched in your body system, and nobody's going to tell you what they are giving you or how to what is going to do on your body system. So just take note of that. Then another thing I want you to know is either you get the shot or you don't get the shot, the vaccine. I mean, you still need to observe the precaution. Your face mask must be on. You must keep watching your hands and also observe social gathering, because not everybody that got it, not everybody in the US or anywhere in the world that have this vaccine. So that means some people are still carrying this thing around, and you can get contacted anytime, any day if you keep your social gathering, with them. So take note of that. Thank you so much, Mrs. Akuna Ikocha. You've been wonderful. And the last advice I want you to tell us is the positive effect this both your farming and your career has on your health. We want to use you as an example, physically, emotionally, socially. Tell us the positive. We want to hear the positive. We don't want to be talking about negative, because
I
this
know.
positive one will encourage others. All your positive, effect will
Okay.
encourage other. Please tell us what is that positive effect, or if you have more than one, tell us on your career, physically, socially, and even emotionally.
Okay. So I have quite a few, right? Um, when combining my career as a nurse and my business as a farmer,
Mhm.
first I get fresh vegetables to eat to maintain a good health.
Of
And
course.
also that also encourage because I spend so much time in my garden and that helps you to put in a lot of physical workout
Mhm.
trying to walk around my garden. So that's one benefit I got from both of them.
Mhm.
Secondly, money,
Mm.
right? Money makes people happy.
Before you get your check, money is coming in already from the other
Exact,
side. I got you.
exactly.
Good
So
girl.
money makes people happy. So you getting money from your career, you getting money from your business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another positive thing,
Tell them.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The third positive thing, I get to meet a lot of people.
People
A lot
socially.
of people know me, yes, know me because of, you know, how they met me.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my patients at work, Once I discharge them, that's it, right? But most of my customers, I still get in contact with them because they are always calling me to find out, oh, when next are you going to harvest? I need this, I need that, you know?
Mhm.
So sometimes we get to stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Then the fourth thing is that I lost a lot of weight by just focusing on eating healthy food from my garden. I lost
Wow.
about 50 pounds within 3 months.
Wow.
Yes. So
Wow.
that is on cutting down on certain things and focusing on eating fresh,
Mhm.
unprocessed food.
Wow.
Pretty much from my garden, I was eating a lot of fresh vegetables from my garden almost every day, and it helped me to shed the pounds off. So
Wow.
there are a lot of positive things, that I've enjoyed from doing this.
I know, I know. Even the one you just told us is amazing. They are all amazing messages coming out from you today. Wow. It's been awesome and educating having you on the program, Mrs. Akuna, on this program, Healthy Living with Bofa. We want to thank you so much for coming on the program today to share with us your beautiful journey into wellness, healthcare, and as well as nutrition. God bless you. Thank you for accepting to educate us more on farm produce as well. We really appreciate your honor, your love, and the time given to us on the program today. Thank you for bringing food to our table. Thank you for this special one. We just want to say thank you because you gave us the best we could get from the food items we can get in the market. Thank you
My
so much.
pleasure.
And again, thank you so much for being one of the frontline healthcare workers. God bless your soul.
My
Please,
pleasure.
everyone, let your heart pray for her and all the healthcare workers in the world today. Thank God. Thank God on their behalf for survival and at the time of this pandemic. I pray for protection for you, Miss Akuna. I pray for success in your endeavor and long life to enjoy the fruit of your labor, peace and good health to enjoy life up to the fullest. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure
Okay.
having you on the program today, and
Okay.
we want to
My
see you
pleasure.
back very soon. Thank you so much. God
Okay.
bless you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Bye. Have a good night. Wow. It's been so beautiful having our sister on the program today. And I believe, I'm sure you all enjoy it. You learn one or two things on the program today. Now, what do we do? All we need to do is recap all we discussed on interview with expert today, especially eating natural food and taking your vaccine. If you have your vaccine in your country right now, please take it. It's very important. Viewers, thanks for staying with us. And I'm sure someone is inspired and educated today. Yes, it is. You are educated. Thank you so much. Let's take a commercial break. And when we return, is our nutrition segment, and we will be right back to give you that. God bless you. And thank you for watching Healthy Living with Bofa.
Unhealthy eating habits have contributed to a lot of health problems epidemic today. Health problems like diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, arthritis, cancer, health disease, and so on. The good news is, if you can control what goes into your mouth and your body, you will live your best. For what you put into your mouth determines how well or sick you live. You and I know that poor diet is associated with major health risks that causes illness and even death. So, by making smart food choices today can help you protect yourself from all these health problems. Our integrative nutrition health specialist, Miss Betty Olainka Folani Akinlosotu, aka Bufa, wants to see you living your best without any health issues. She made this known in her program showing every Sunday on Healthy Living with Bofa TV. She tells us how our food choice affects our health and how we feel today, tomorrow, and in the future. If you are opting for optimal health, from fighting free radicals to living your way into a healthy and beautiful body, here are some things you must do. Eat a nutritious, healthy, balanced diet every day. Practice your daily exercise and take your supplements, especially vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, and chlorophyll to boost your immune system against free radicals that cause cancer and other diseases. Join us on this program every Sunday, 1:30 p.m. US time, 7:30 p.m. African time, and 6:30 p.m. United Kingdom time, where she educates on health and nutrition as well as features professionals from various fields to sensitize you on wellness. See you there.
Welcome back to nutrition segment. You see, we have been educated on Health Corner what food allergy is. And it's basically when the body senses that a protein in a particular food may be harmful and triggers an immune system response, producing histamine to protect itself. So if you eat certain food and you feel like something is happening to your body system, either itching, coughing, itching of the throat and stuff, you should take note immediately that that is what we call allergy. For example, a person may have a digestive issues after drinking cow's milk because she or he is unable to digest the sugar, lactose. This will be called food tolerance because we were taught in that in the health segment that there is difference between food tolerance and allergies, food allergies, I mean. So when this happened, it is called food intolerance. If the person now had an immunological response to the cow's milk, that will be characterized as a food allergy. So you can see the difference between when you have allergies or when you have food intolerance. So there's a difference. So take note, when you start having symptoms in your body system, feeling unease in your body system, that is when you say to yourself, it is allergy you have. And I will also advise us to go for allergy tests. So when you go for allergy tests, this is when you will know that you have allergy to food. You will now be taking note the food that gives you allergy, because there's no food you put in your mouth that will not give you allergy, either negative or positive. You must get reaction of whatever you put in this mouth. Let me tell you what happened when you struggle with an ongoing unidentified food allergy or sensitivity. What will happen is your body will constantly send out inflammatory responses that can cause harm in multiple ways. So, and food allergy symptoms typically appear within a few minutes to 2 hours after consumption of the allergen. And because of the distance in the food that is consumed, I mean, within the 2 hours of you taking that food, eating the food, we possibly forget to relate the reaction or the symptoms to the food consumed previously before the next food or activities you do. Don't get me wrong, some activities you do cause body reaction as well. So you must know the difference. So therefore, with this, we still eat the food having no idea, because you can't figure out because of the distance and from the previous food to the one you just eat. Let's say 2 hours, you eat peanut, and in the next another 2 hours, you eat banana. So you have 2 hours in between the two food. You get reaction between that. So you don't know which one is giving you reaction, the allergy. So this is the reason why we don't normally take note. We don't know the type of food that gives us energy. And that is why we have lunch. We have breakfast taken in the morning from 7 to 10. And your lunch starts from maybe 11:30. Here, some start their own lunch 11:30 or 12 o'clock or even 1 o'clock. Then the dinner starts at 6:30 or 7:30, depending on where you are in the world and the way you take whatever you take. So you can see that we have a very long distance from each meal every day. So if you take any food as your breakfast, before you get to your lunch, you should be able to see the reaction of the food you eat before you get to another one. But as for you that eat constantly, this is going to be difficult for you to notice which exactly food that gives you allergy. So we have been told and we have been educated enough from X Corner and from this section that there is no cure for food allergies, but the condition can be managed by allergen avoidance or treatment of food allergy symptoms. This means the food you are eating that cause you allergy, if you are able to know the symptoms, pay attention to your body system, you will stop eating that food. That is what it means by managing by allergen avoidance or treatment of the food allergy symptoms. So take note of what you eat on time before it gets worse. And however, if we tell you that there is no cure for food allergies, we still have natural food allergies treatment and supplement that can help us boost our immune system and help us to prevent and reduce the development of food allergies and symptoms. The good news is, if we can patiently, carefully pay attention to the reaction of the food we eat, this is the only cure you have. And that is why I'm emphasizing on it. I'm repeating it. Paying attention carefully and patiently to what you eat daily will save you from food allergy. Let me tell you, food allergy kills. It kills. There's some people, I'll use myself as an example. I went to a cooking class, and that day, the food prepared, the ingredient prepared for the vegetables. One of these ingredients, I'm so much allergic to it, but I didn't have any idea that this thing is in the ingredients. I just got there. When it's time to pick the food, get your own stuff yourself, I started eating. Immediately, I started having allergy. My throat started itching me, and I was like feeling like I'm choking. My throat is like locking up. So I immediately left the place, came home, and take care of myself. Take some home remedies and get over it within 1 hour. So what if I have no idea of what allergies means? I might probably die. Trust me, there's no way out. So allergies kill. So you have to be very, very careful. Some survive it by developing rashes, having health problem, end up having diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney problem, and so on. But let me tell you, if you are somebody that is something that can kill immediately within certain period of time, that is not good for you. So I tell you today, The best way to cope with a food allergy is to avoid the food that causes a reaction if you can detect that on time. If you can figure out the type of food you are allergic to, stay away from those foods. Don't eat them. Of course, mild reaction often go away without treatment, but if the reaction continue and becomes severe or chronic one, that is where the problem is. So let me quickly run through the food that can cause allergy, like it was said in the healthcare section. The egg can cause allergy for some people. Fish can cause it. Meat can cause it. The milk, the peanut, the shellfish, soy milk, and so on. All these vegetable can cause it. Depends on your immune system. If your immune system responds negatively to the food you eat, you are allergic to that food. I'm allergic to peanuts. When I eat peanuts, my face is going to be like they are frying on my face with pimples. And when I start picking them, I start having acne. That's why I'm allergic to that. I'm also allergic to fresh fish. If I eat fresh fish, when you put your pepper and stuff together, you just put the fish, give it to me, I eat, there's a problem. I'm going to be vomiting like I am going to die. So I don't eat it. I know that this is not good for my immune. My immune is rejecting it. So I don't eat them. So do the same thing. Stop eating that particular food that causes allergy and initiate food allergy treatment immediately if you begin experiencing symptoms. Or after eating a food, and if there is any symptoms progress, go to a nearby emergency. It is very important we do this. There's no right or wrong about it. There is no way out of this. That is it. Nothing you can do than to take precaution on time. Wow. This is all we can give to you on the program today. This is all information we can give to you on wellness. I wish you all the best, the good health you can have in life. Once again, thank you all for staying up till this time on the program. We appreciate you all for this unconditional love. God bless you all. It is me, your friend, Betsy Olayinka Folarin Akinlosotu. I hope someone is blessed today. Please share this program with others. And please don't forget to continue the precaution, the face masking, the physical distancing. Your hands must be washed. Please avoid large gathering. Until next week, I see you all. I leave you with this: to be in peace and good health. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure having you on the program. I'll see you next week in good health. God bless you. God bless me. Bye.